say that growing up, even though I'd experienced any form of sexual trauma, however, I did experience forms of neglect, tons of neglect, and I feel like emotionally my mother was totally unavailable. So while I've been growing up in these past, I want to say maybe 3 years, I've acknowledged the fact that I have a serious detachment issue. And it's what I consider a blessing and a curse. But what I'm learning now is how to align myself with the things in which I deserve instead of the things, like you said, that we just learn how to accept. Right?
Yes.
It's crazy.
And when you said the word deserve, I want you to dig a little bit deeper.
Deserve.
Like, deserve. That hit different. It's different from I want a new car.
Yeah.
I want a better life.
Yep.
But when you put deserve behind it, that sounds like a fight.
I know, right?
It's time to put the gloves on.
Because I'm letting you know I'm in it.
Right.
I'm in it now. Now it's showtime.
But what made you get to the point where you activated the fact that you deserved the things that you have now?
I would have to be honest and say that this is actually something that I speak about soon. When I start looking at myself and seeing myself in the way in which God is. The moment I started to see me through the lenses of God and the way in which my grandfather sees me, you can't tell me nothing. Nobody can tell me anything because I'm moving in a certain space now where I see me beyond all of the things that I messed up on. I see me beyond those tears that I had during the days when I couldn't get out of bed. I see myself differently, even though I remember that person that I was. But now I see more than just potential. I see the call. I know that it's there. So the moment that I started to do that was the moment that all of my hindrances, whether it was people, places, or things, they became really a footstool. And that's what that meant. I believe that God put me through certain experiences and situations because He wanted me to see the glory and the turmoil, because that's what it was. It was pure fucking turmoil for me. So now I see me differently. I'm pretty fucking dope.
You are.
I think so. You know
I
what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
be right here if you weren't dope.
So yeah. Like it's real.
I just thought about something.
Uh-huh.
So you said it's been 3 years, right?
3 years for
when you really decided that you deserve.
Yeah.
So describe, if you would like to, what happened that rattled
my cage a little bit to get me activated.
Activated, yes.
When you deserve some shit, you deserve it. And it's like you waiting in line at the WIC office because you know you got your stamps and your milk coming. So that's how I move in every day now. So I would have to be honest and say, right, I'm out here because I got the thing that I need in order to get that. You know what I'm saying? People only go to the WIC office when they got stamps. I got the keys. But listen, like I'm at a place now where I know I got the keys. So I know I can get into these type of spaces now. So I would say what rattled it and what got me going was the fact that I got tired of being so comfortable. And I got tired of settling and feeling like I wasn't moving. I feel like I was at a place where I was cool with where I was at. So once I accomplished a career goal, God had to remind me and make me a bit more uncomfortable, like you're still unsatisfied. But why not? You have this career, you're making this money, you are a high demand. So why do I still feel so unfulfilled? It's because I had not yet walked into the purpose that He had for me. This is when they say He will provide. This is the provider. He said, I'm providing from you in this area. However, now I need you to serve. And this is a part of His service. So once I started to realize the purpose, it was like, I gotta move different. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Use
Grace has a
God.
great use, you know, like for real. But in all reality, asking God to use you is serious.
Listen, what is
Church
the prayer?
finger, right?
What is the prayer? One moment.
Yeah.
Not my will, but your will be done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those words, when they're actually sincere, and you're actually searching and seeking God, because you are empty. When those words flow from your, not only your physical mouth, but when it starts in your heart, your deep desire for God to pour inside of you, that releases
all these earthly things.
Listen, and when you realize God's will for your life, one thing that I do know, that is going to take, you're going to take a beating.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he has to strip you from everything that you've been tied to. Everything that you settled for. It's kind of like what we just said when I just said that the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want you to eat at this level.
Yes.
I'm not eating that.
Yeah.
We don't behave like that.
Not eat Vienna sausages.
Listen.
And I'm not offending anyone who does, but I'm not eating that.
I'm not eating that. And my thing is this. This is what I always say. We don't cackle here. This is not, listen. If you walk into Ashton Martin, if you walk into the Lamborghini, the dealerships, they carry themselves in such a way where they greet you with confidence.
Yes.
If you go to Chevy and Nissan,
it's a little different.
They're, hi, how can I help you?
Yeah, they're a little excited.
Hi.
Yeah.
They're antsy. You here, seat now, right here. When you go into Lamborghini, you want to test drive? Sure. There you go. Ask me your ID. Oh, Nissan and them, they want to run your credit because they want to make sure that you ain't playing with them.
Yeah, because they need that money.
And it's because Lamborghini sets a standard.
Yeah.
It's the standard.
It's the standard.
It's the standard.
It's the standard.
You know what I'm saying?
And come correct or don't come at all.
Absolutely. Because one thing about me is this: if you don't come correct, you will be removed. And I don't need your permission.
Hello at all.
I'm like, oh, you don't.
Yeah.
Sorry. Bye. Not here.
Not ever.
I'm not coming down.
No.
What was that? Rapunzel. Look, think about what Rapunzel did. Rapunzel let her head down and the nigga had to clap.
Hello, easy.
Easy.
Rapunzel.
Jasmine.
She said sometimes you gotta affirm yourself.
I'm trying to.
Because it's easy money. It's easy money.
Easy.
It is.
Easy.
It is easy money. It is easy money. I like that a lot. I like that. So tell me, what was it like discovering Jasmine? What has this journey been like for you? Other than uncomfortable.
This journey is, if I must say, it'll be a lifelong journey.
See, I like real people. Because if she was doing a commercial ad, she'd have said, well, I'm going to give it 5 years, Erica. And then I'm going to be there. But the answer is, this is a what?
Lifelong journey.
I like it.
One thing about discovering Jasmine is I realized how protected of me that I have always been. I had to really sit down and decide, was I going to live a life from my trauma wound, or was I going to live the life that God ordained me to live? You know what I'm saying?
That's a decision.
It's a big decision.
It's a huge decision.
Because I can never change what happened to me.
Absolutely. Because it's in.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And one thing about it is the disconnection. Because when I tell you I was tied to it, I knew what happened to me. I felt like that. I know that I didn't deserve anything that happened to me in my childhood. However, I could not let it go. my trauma showed up in the relationships I chose,
Yes.
in my parenting, the low level jobs that I took.
Yeah.
Even my view. Man, listen, the shit was so bad that I couldn't even see myself.
Yeah.
Every time I looked in the mirror, I seen what happened to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always try to encourage people to, what happened to you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to, because it's not normal. I remember when I realized I was always, as a kid, I was always a really good fighter. And people used to always say, like, man, don't mess with her, don't mess with her. But one thing no one ever knew was, I don't know if it ever occurred to any adult was this. That's not normal. For a young lady to be that vicious, to be that physically vicious, and not to have one fucking care about it.
Absolutely.
And will look at you and are you next? You get what I'm saying? Like, that's not normal.
But you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Someone told me not too long ago that they felt like dealing with me was like training to be a part of the militia.
Yeah. A judge told me one day that, I'll never forget it. I was 15 years old. I had a really bad fight with my mom. And I had hurt her pretty bad. Something I'm still dealing with to this day. But the judge told me that I was a menace to society. But you don't even know me.
Right. And also he doesn't know what happened to you.
Absolutely.
Because all he's doing is reading the casework, and that's what a lot of people
black
do
and
us
white.
too. Yeah,
It's black and
when
white.
people meet us, they just look at our report. What is it called? Our caseload, and then they think that they know us based off of what they read, but it's the fine print. It's the fine print.
And I couldn't understand why.
Yeah.
Like, these things are being done to me. I'm just trying to protect myself.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, wait, so now once again, did I cause this? Once again, what's wrong? Once again, what is wrong with me? There is something that is wrong with me fundamentally. And one thing that I decided while discovering Jasmine was there is nothing wrong with me.
Nothing.
There is something wrong with this world.
Yes.
And how we have normalized toxic parenting, how we have normalized neglect, how we have normalized, this just happened. No, ma'am, no, sir. No. At some point, like I said, I'm gonna start giving you your shit back.
I've started already.
Yeah.
I am actually on a roll. I decided that I was going to meet people exactly where they were at.
Yeah.
And not let people confuse that with matching energies.
Yeah.
I'm just meeting you where you at.
Because the level that you are, where you are,
I've been already.
Yeah,
because I've been there already.
Right, and it makes sense to you.
Yeah.
So I understand why you operate the way that you operate,
Yep.
but this doesn't serve me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I can't even serve you on this.
There.
But I'm
definitely going to meet you there.
Yes.
Only because I've been there already, and I don't ever want you to think that it's not in me. One thing that I had to learn also while on this journey and growing into my 30s is that a lot of people forget where you've come from, and they think that it's been pulled from you. No, just because I've grown and matured a little bit doesn't mean that a savage doesn't dwell here or I'm still not protecting me. What it means is that I have accepted the fact that I need protecting, but I also need nurturing. You see? So I can move in both of those spaces.
Because, and just to go back on that, we oftentimes have this urgency to protect because we were never protected.
There you go.
And we live from that point of when we had to survive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have to do this in order to survive. And what you're not gonna do, you're not ever gonna make me feel like my mom did. What you're not gonna do is what you're not gonna do is make me feel like what my abuser did. You know what I'm saying? So I fought and I advocated for myself in such a way because I never wanted to feel little Jasmine.
Hello, that's the part.
But in order for me to address, in order for me to become Big Jazz,
I like that, Big Jazz.
I had to bring Little Jazz with me.
You got to, because they help us out so much.
I had to bring her and let her know.
So how do you like Little Jasmine?
Little Jasmine.
What is Little Jasmine like?
I have a picture of Little Jasmine.
Let me see, you got it with you now?
No, I think I have it on my phone. I had to show it to you.
Okay.
And I talked to her.
Ooh.
She's scared.
I know, right?
Little Jazz
What is she
has, yeah, she's very sweet.
Yeah.
Little Jazz aspires. She loves the stage. She loves life.
Yeah.
You know? And I now know that there was nothing but God.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
Absolutely.
Because the only way that I got to where I am today is God.
Yeah, of course.
Because when I look at where I come from, it's like, damn, I have no point. I have no one I can like call and say, hey, what do you do to get here? You know?
So how did you had no direction?
No.
Yeah.
But one thing that I always knew is that I had to stay in school. I taught myself how to read. Even though it was delayed, it happened.
It's okay.
And easy. And one thing I like about Little Jazz is Little Jazz is literally okay with sitting, with just being still.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because one thing that Big Jazz does, I try not to do so much now. Big Jazz knows how to survive.
She always moving.
Always.
Yeah. Strategic.
I'm vicious with it.
Yeah.
Because I gotta get it.
Gotta get it by any means.
By any
necessary.
means necessary. I gotta get it. Because I know I can reach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta get it. So Little Jazz reminds me, and this is how I really get into my feminine energy, is you have to be. You're just busy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?